Hello, everyone. I am the TheAllSeeingEYEM with a general collective message. Just trying to see what comes out. Today is Saturday, August 1st. So happy August. Happy 1st of the month. Happy Leo season. If you are a Leo, or if you love a Leo, celebrate one. I'm biased. I'm a Leo, so there you go. Anywho, we're going to get into this message, see what Spirit has to say. Praying for the most accurate and concise message that Spirit has to give us today. Praying for protection as well. I have to come up with some kind of prayer that I can say. I have my little prayers that I say throughout the day, if you will. Whenever I see, like sequential numbers on the time, or on the clock, like 11:11, 2:22, 3:33, so on and so forth, angel numbers. All things in moderation, Don't try and overdo it or put more into a situation that's being given or you feel is really required here. There's something about striking some kind of balance in life, in your relationships, making sure things are even, and you're not, doing more than is needed or asked of you in a situation. We have the 9 of Pentacles as the first card out. So I feel like you're in a very independent energy, very secure, very stable here with the 9 of Pentacles. You may not, really be entertaining many, if any, relationships. You may be keeping to yourself and just focusing on your health and your wealth and, just being stable and in a position where you can thrive. You have a lot of knowledge and wisdom. This has helped you get to that point. We have the 7 of Pentacles. So you can so money could be a priority for you right now. The 7 of Pentacles talks about kind of analyzing your work, the effort that you've put in, all that you've done to get where you're at. You're no stranger to hard work or doing what's required of you to succeed and to find success in a situation, in a relationship, in your career, in whatever job you do. You may be looking at all the work that you've done and the garden that you've grown, how lush it is, but you know that there's still more that you're trying to manifest and grow. This could be you growing yourself, and just positioning yourself in life and in situations that promote growth versus situations that stagnate your growth. We have the Queen of Cups. This could be your energy here. A very loving kind of energy, very giving, very emotionally secure, stable, and sound. Emotionally mature as well. I don't think that you use your emotions and what you feel in a bad way. I think you're just very in tune with your feelings, and you're not afraid to share them, and it comes from a genuine place from your heart. I feel like your heart is pure, and the words that you say as they pertain to who you love and how you love are very impactful and influential to the people that you say them to. We also have the Page of Cups here, so more water energy. This could be a person coming into your life who has a similar vibration as yours with the Page of Cups. If they are very loving and giving, they may be working on healing heartbreak or heartache that they've gone through, and just maybe a hopeless romantic. This person could come with some kind of gift, you know, and it could be in a form of expression, something that they say versus a material gift. But it could be a material gift that a lot of thought was put into. This could be a very thoughtful person coming into your energy. But there's something about the vibration being similar, the frequency you guys emit being not necessarily the same, but just similar. I feel like, and I say they could be healing from heartbreak, and I'm not exactly sure, you know, that it just comes off as like a person that is in more of the beginning stages of becoming more emotionally mature. And what gets us there sometimes is experience. Maybe not always the best experiences, but, you know, I think good experiences also add to or enhance our ability to receive and to also give love. We have the Ace of Swords, so there could be some kind of truth coming out. And this is not necessarily like a negative thing, like, oh, some kind of secret being unveiled. No, this can be someone's truth in them, you know, coming to you and telling you how they feel, what they're thinking about you in the situation, just being very honest and transparent, upfront, and direct. We also have the Two of Wands here, so someone may be in the planning stages of coming forth with this expression. It could be some kind of expression of love. As I said with the Page of Cups, you know, this energy is an expressive energy. So, you know, maybe they write you a poem if they're a poet, or a song if they're a musician, or something like that. We have the Six of Wands. So there will be success in this connection. There will be, you know, you will get somewhere with this person. It won't be like a dead end kind of connection. And, you know, I don't think that you're willing to entertain any connections or any relationships that are not, you know, you're not in balance with the Temperance card here at the bottom of the deck. You know, if it's imbalanced in any way, I think you're gonna run the other way. I don't think you're dealing or tolerating. You're tolerating. Any kind of, what is it? What can I say? You're not tolerating imbalance, you know, like where you're doing too much or more, you know, putting out more than the other person. Like, it has to be reciprocated. We have the Magician here. So some of you are manifesting a big change in your life, or manifesting some kind of opportunity, big opportunity to come your way. Perhaps it's something that you're praying for. And this may come from having experienced a lot of disappointments. You know, maybe you're the one that's healing this heartache, and you've gone through your share of loss and disappointment, sadness, and grief over what you've lost, you know, or who you've lost. If it was like a friendship or a relationship, you know, you may be still grieving that loss. But I feel like with the Magician card here, you know, you have the skills and the tools that are needed to bring in this fresh start for yourself, and, you know, attract in opportunities that where you can exercise your skill and show your growth, you know, because you have grown quite a bit, you know, and you've nurtured a lot of relationships and a lot of connections, and I feel like you're seeking the same and finding the same. We have the Four of Wands here, so some of you can be coming into union with someone. Marriage is definitely a possibility, or a higher level of commitment here with, you know, this person that may seek success with you, or that may see success in the relationship, you know, and it be like a very public thing, you know, where they're not hiding you, they're not afraid to show, you know, who they are to you. Yeah, the Four of Wands could also be a twin flame, a soulmate, that kind of connection. you know, where it's just a beautiful union. We have the Four of Swords here. So, you know, meditating on what it is you want, praying on what you want, going to God in times of silence, creating those moments of silence, those pockets of peace, if you will. And, you know, just basically like asking for what it is you want and being direct about it, being truthful, and then working towards manifesting that with the skills that you do have to bring it into existence. Because you do have the power to do that. We have the High Priestess here. So some of you are very intuitive, very in tune with energy. You know, perhaps some of you could be tarot readers yourself, or you understand spirituality on a different level, or may have some interest in that. The number 4 could be significant. It's here twice with the Four of Wands followed by the Four of Swords. So the number 44. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come out. But yeah, intuitively, you know, I feel like there's a lot that you know. Maybe a lot of cards keep wanting to come out, but I can't take that many. That's crazy. It's like spillage of, you know, information. Perhaps it's someone, you know, coming through with their truth that they really want to spill it all. Anything else here in this energy, spirit? Oh, card just fell. We have the Three of Cups. So, and that coming under the Four of Wands. So a cause for celebration could be this union coming together with this person, coming together with your person here with the Four of Wands, and then the Three of Cups, something to celebrate, a success, a victory, and the Six of Wands is here also. So there's some kind of victory coming in, and it could be around a relationship, elevating to the next level, something to celebrate. I'm also hearing going where you're celebrated, not tolerated, because I know the word tolerated came up earlier in the reading. Judgment. So ultimately, you know, you just have to do what you're being called to do. You know, don't ignore your calling. You know, what you feel is right, you know, in terms of the direction that you're going, the places that you're headed. Keep on that path. I feel like Judgment is saying that you know, you just need to listen to the call. The Knight of Cups now, it's a lot of cups energy. So somebody's coming in. There's some kind of romantic offer coming in. I'm sorry, not sorry. Love be coming up when it comes up. It always wants to come up at some point. I didn't ask that. I just asked for a general message. But the Knight of Cups is some kind of romantic offer coming in. So this could be coming from a water sign. I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and go through all the signs that are here because, first of all, I'm not necessarily knowledgeable of all of the zodiac signs that are associated with the specific cards. If I used my other deck, then it would show me different signs that are associated with the particular cards. But I don't know. I just feel like someone's coming in with some kind of romantic offer. They see success. There will be success. This could be a relationship elevating to the next level, a higher level of commitment. But I also see you manifesting what it is you want. So definitely pray on it. Get clear on what it is that you want. And make sure that you're not accepting one-sided relationships or, you know, imbalanced connections in your life, because I feel like you're a very giving and generous person. You know, you give from a full cup. So you want that returned to you. You know, you don't want to be in connections where, you know, it's you know, out of balance. I will pull some more cards just for confirmation. Let's see what comes out. Just a second, y'all. I'm also thinking about making a video on how I cleanse my deck. Like I found it somewhere I'm not sure where I learned it from, but basically you're resetting your deck, because whenever you get a deck, it's typically in order. Like the majors and then the minors, suit to suit is all in order. So it's ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on and so forth. So what I do to reset my deck and cleanse it, which I did with this deck before I got on, is you basically group all you separate the cards by suit, and then minors separate, and then the majors separate, and then you put them back in order. So that's how I learned at one point to reset it, and I'll probably do that with this deck and do it on camera just to kind of show you guys, because I felt like that was necessary earlier today. And that'll just be like a little informational video on how I cleanse my deck. You could smoke cleanse it with like sage or Palo Santo. Readers knock on their deck to cleanse it too before reading, which I do also. But that's just another way. So with the Two of Pentacles here, some of you could be juggling a lot right now, but you're not like complaining about it. You're doing it happily. This could be juggling like home and your career or something like that. You could be, trying to find some kind of balance, or you have struck a balance in maintaining and managing your home life and your career life, because they are separate. But you do a really great job of it. And in spite of whatever chaos is happening in the world around you or outside of, your life and your sphere, I think that you do a good job of kind of ignoring the background noise and not letting it get to you to the point where you're stuck or stagnant and not doing what it is that you have to or need to do. We have the High Priestess again. So this is extra emphasis on your intuitive abilities. You're very connected to, it could be nature, and spirituality, just being someone that's sensitive to energy and picks up on, how people feel without them even having to say it. Like you may read people well, and you may not verbalize everything you see. You may be very observant and just keep, make a mental note of what it is you see in people, and not let that, try not to let that affect you or impact you too much. Other people's energy, I feel like you're very protective of it. The number 2 could be significant. Then we also have the Four of Pentacles, that I feel like, you hold on to kind of what you feel. You're not, with the Four of Pentacles, you're not, you hold on to your thoughts, and you protect yourself and your feelings and your heart very well, and even your resources. You could be a spendthrift. You could, save your money. But yeah, with the Four of Pentacles, you may move in silence and not really talk a lot about the moves you're making, or, what it is you're doing, or how it is you're feeling. Let's see what else comes out. I'll just pull a couple more, because I've already been recording for almost 19 minutes. So let's see what else comes out. The moon and the moon phases could be significant. The letters J and B could be significant. The signs Capricorn are here. We also have that's Capricorn too. So Capricorn energy, heavy on the water sign energy too. Pisces. Oh my God, I'm blanking. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Oh my God. There we go. Six of Pentacles. So you may be attracting in a very equal kind of connection here. We talked about, a connection coming in earlier, but this is someone that is willing to give to you and, you know, wants to provide for you. They're giving from also a very generous place because they do have, and it could be material this time, you know, where you give emotionally, they may give materially, you know. Maybe that's, oh, and here we go, Ace of Pentacles. So someone's coming in with something, some kind of offer, some kind of gift here with the Ace of Pentacles. Someone giving from a very generous place, and it being a gift of value, something that you may need. But I feel like it's, you know, again, it's equal in this connection. Like if you had, you would give. You know, so when you're in need and they have, they give to you freely and generously. And but vice versa. You know, this is also an energy of equality, you know. So even if, or like someone that's going to ride for you, basically, you know, they're not going to leave you stuck or stranded. We have also the sun, and it's going to bring you tremendous amount of happiness. The sun is the happiest card in the deck. You could be a Leo. I did give Leos their flowers at the beginning of this video because it is Leo season. Or you could be dealing with a Leo. Yeah, but this may shock you. This may come as a shock that you actually meet someone that is this giving, you know, like you almost, you know, and you may mirror each other that way. Not in a toxic, negative way, like you mirror each other's bad traits. I mean, you may too. I don't know how alike you are with this person, but either way, like it's, you know, this is going to come as some kind of surprise to you and really going to change a lot in your life and in your world, but bring you a lot of happiness. So I feel like this is a lot of positive energy, like definitely a nod to keep going the direction you're going. I feel like everything's going to work out for the best. You're doing your best. You're not complaining. You're juggling everything that needs to be juggled. You know, you're picking up on different energy around you, but you're keeping what you know close to, you know, inside for the most part. So you're not sharing everything that you have, but you are going to encounter someone that's going to be very giving, and that's going to want to help you out and give you a hand up when you're down, you know. And not to say that you're down right now or in that position. No, it doesn't seem like that. The first card out was the Nine of Pentacles, like, and you're independent, you know, and you're no stranger to doing things, you know, by yourself and achieving success in your ventures. And adventures, I'm hearing. But I feel like someone's coming in with some kind of offer you can't refuse that's going to bring you a tremendous amount of happiness, and it's going to shock you and just, you know, change everything in your life. So thank you for tuning in, guys. If you're interested in a personal reading, I'll be sure to put my information in the description box on how you can get in contact with me. Please like, subscribe, and also share the video if you're so inclined. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do appreciate you being here. And until next time, y'all take care of yourselves, okay? Peace out, y'all.